Hello. Welcome to the Late Night Retro Grown Man Record Night Under the Covers contest show starring the Wizard of Video Games. I am the Wizard of Video Games, star of the Late Night Retro Grown Man Record Night Under the Covers contest game show starring the Wizard of Video Games. The Wizard of Video Games is a board-certified magician and retro gaming specialist, so fire up your color teenies and watch my pictures as they fly through the tubes. As usual, we're going to pour ourselves a little sparkling water. And let's get it on. So, the Grown Man Record Night Under the Covers contest. A selection of albums that were purchased based solely on the covers. And I have only recently got started or restarted my vinyl collecting recently. And here's the deal. When, about 10 years ago, I love Christmas music. So for the past 10 years, I've been going to the Goodwill and picking up various types of Christmas decorations and retro Christmas, holiday, even Halloween type of stuff, and retro games, of course. And I would always see a lot of Christmas records during the Christmas time. And I kind of looked at them longingly, but never really thought I was going to get back into that. And then one year I just decided that there was also a record player, a really piece of crap record player available as well. And so I finally, 2 or 3 years ago, started grabbing some of those Christmas albums, because what also started happening was that they started disappearing from the huge stacks that I saw were slowly dwindling. And so I picked up a lot of stuff really quickly of all of my favorite Christmas classics. And I recognize both of those. So right now, my vinyl collection is only about 40 albums, and 30 of them are Christmas music, Christmas albums. I bought a lot of those based on the cover, but that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. So let's get started, shall we? This first one, again, a lot of these are Goodwill picks. This is, let's hold it over here, Moxie, Riding High. So this is kind of my strategy when going through the Goodwill bins, is that I'm seeing like Engelbert Humperdinck, Glenn Campbell, who's that other guy? I'm just constantly seeing these same 4 artists from the 60s popping up again and again. So, and it's usually just a headshot of them on the album cover, looking white and fancy. So anyway, as soon as you see something like this, first thing I notice is 70s ass font. And so then I pick it up and I go, what year is this from? What year is this from? This is from 1977, from Phonogram. And then I know immediately that this is a rock and roll album from the 70s, and I'm going to dig it. And then also, not to mention the picture of these guys just rocking out in their especially this guy here, and over here in his leisure suit, or half leisure suit, polyester pants, getting it on. So this is Moxie. I've never heard of Moxie before. I'm a big radio guy, and so I know a lot of the popular bands, but Moxie just kind of sounds like something that I might hear on the classic rock station, but it never pops up there. So it's just kind of one of those middle-of-the-road 1970s rock and roll bands that is pretty cool. I just hurt every Moxie fan's feelings. I'm sorry, but what was I going to say? I forgot. Moxie, Riding High. Next, here's another one. I mean, it's like quite a similar, kind of a similar situation here. I see this. Stars, Violation. 70s ass font. Pick it up, take a look. Again, 1977 from Capitol Record. Stars, Violation. Looks like there's going to be some 70s ass rock and roll in here. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was like, this is the kind of music that back when I was a youth, I would have heard on the classic rock station. Now the classic rock stations are playing Nirvana, and that's the wrong. That's wrong. Now, let's do that again. Now the classic rock stations are playing Nirvana, and it makes me quite sad. But anyway, again, I pull this out, I see this, I go, oh, that's something. What year is it? 1977. But then you see the picture on the back, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is some 70s rock and roll right here. Guy, leather jacket, no shirt, big hair, Raleigh fingers mustache up here. And these guys are trending more towards the 1980s rock hair. Obviously, look at the hairstyles. Hair metal, which I enjoy, and so it's not bad at all. But it's interesting that it's 1977, so you can see them really already moving towards that Cinderella rat, awesome 80s phase of rock and roll. So again, this is not something that's ever popped up on the radio or anything like that, but it's just some solid 70s rock and roll. That's not too bad at all. The next, oh, is this in here? Yeah, it is. Sorry. So this one, it's got a 70s ass font, but it's the picture itself that just immediately says 1970s rock and roll axe. It's like straight out of Brutal Legend. Giant axe guitar. Held by like a monk. I don't know why this guy is like, it's blue. It's actually, it's that guy from the movie Powder. What's the album called? Offering. Oh yeah, he's offering up that guitar to the rock gods. So this one is actually, I take a look, and it's 1982. So it's a little bit later, and it might have, I would have thought that it had been getting more into that hairband type of stuff. But when you take a look at these guys on the back, excuse me, there's some serious rockers on there. Again, I can't tell. Leather jacket with no shirt. It's a true sign of rock and roll right there. So this one's a little bit, it's more rockin' than the Stars. It's more 70s style, I think, with songs like Rock and Roll Party in the Streets, Burn the City Down, Now or Never. Again, I've never heard of any of these. They've never any radio play from any three of these. But this is a good 70s style rock and roll record, I think. Suck it. So yeah, I talked about some most of my albums are Christmas music, and I would be remiss if I didn't include one of them. Now this one, as soon as I saw the picture, I was like, oh, I'm buying this album. Take a look at this. This is Kenny and Dolly, Once Upon a Christmas. You got Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers busting ass out of a Christmas wreath with a reindeer, with some reason moose antlers. I just want this picture framed to put up on my wall during Christmas, or maybe all times. That is just an amazing cover. And yeah, this is the soundtrack to Kenny and Dolly's TV Christmas special on CBS, Sunday, December 2nd. Check local listings. And I knew that I was going to buy this as soon as I saw this. But the The tracks themselves, not great. Pretty standard TV special esque Christmas covers and standards. Neither as country as I wanted them to be, nor as pop as I wanted them to be. You know, I love pop Christmas and Phil Spector's Christmas Gift, that kind of stuff. But if this had gone like hardcore country, I'd have been more interested in it. It's pretty mediocre. But take a look at this back cover, because, you know, I don't know what we stumbled onto in here. Mrs. Dolly Parton as Mrs. Claus on her knees. Kenny smoking a pipe. I don't know what just happened, but it's awkward and I like it. So much detail in this picture. It looks like they went to the fair and got dressed up in one of those, you know, the fair 1800s booth, photo booth thing, except Dolly on her knees. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, what am I talking about? Finally, we come to an album that, again, as soon as I saw the picture, I was pretty sure. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy this, and it seems to be right up the Grown Man Record Night alley. Here it is. Oh, let's take a look at that. Road music. Obviously, Lakeshore Music presents Road Music, a compilation of the best in trucker. Well, I don't want to say rock or country or anything. The best trucking songs from the 1970s. This is from 1978. Includes things like Teddy Bear, 6 Days on the Road by Dave Dudley, Convoy, of course, and The Gear Jammer and the Hobo, Truck Driving Queen from Moore and Napier, Truck Driving Man from Jimmy Martin, and Widowmaker, again from Jimmy Martin, Freightliner Fever by Red Sovine. Red Sovine? I don't know any of these guys. Of course, I've heard the song Convoy and love the movie. But this, what I like to do is put this on. I'll fire up the old Privateer Wing Commander spinoff about space trucking and put on road music and do some space trucking in Wing Commander Privateer. Check the archives for that special. I'll even like to hook up my steering wheel to control the ship with my steering wheel while jamming out to Giddy Up, Go Answer from Minnie Pearl. So yeah, from Gusto Records. Oh, look at that Gusto logo. That's a eagle flying in to grab the planet Earth. That's good stuff. So there you have it. My entry in the Late Night Retro Grown Man Record Night End of the Covers contest starring the Wizard of Video Games. Go to, I don't know why you would be watching this if you have not seen Grown Man Record Night. Go to twitch.tv/Grown Man Record Night and join us on Fridays. Cheers. Oh, what did I forget to say? Don't forget to throw up the 3-2 if you're magical and find the good in every game. Sleep! I forgot. Extra bonus under the cover for video games that I found whilst perusing the various bins at Goodwill. Space Dude. In space, everybody can hear you scream. Windows 95 Hero of the Galaxy? Take a look at the lenticular action on this bad boy. Space Dude. Don't forget.